Eldritch decides that it wants to be the rogue competitor for this event. Don't beg the 30% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can get to 105,000. Your Arkham Comics and Games remote regional breakdown for this event actually tells a pretty interesting story for the format here. We only had 2 Despia decks in this top cut. Now, this was a little bit smaller of an event, which is fine in terms of representation, but Despia has been a powerhouse, no matter how you look at it, through all of these regionals. And then, since we enter into a slightly smaller regional here, you see Praying Kids returning to the table. And I think that's the thing, like, the bigger the events are, the more, like, Despia contention seems to be at a higher thing. And then, of course, Praying Kids, which was what I deemed the former best deck out of the last format here, is definitely running it back a lot easier now in these smaller turnarounds. Now, Rogue, if you really want to call it that, it's just the other half of the meta here. Now, winning the regional was actually Sky Striker. Now, a lot of you guys would be like, really? Striker? Well, this isn't like Verte Anaconda Striker. This is the Toolbox Striker deck that we've kind of seen gaining a little bit of momentum as of late. You know, Striker is able to kind of handle a lot of these situations that I don't think a lot of players really want to like adapt to handling. And I think it's really good to see that it's competing at a very, very high level here. We also had one Sword Soul variant, and it was Tenyi, so it's not like the based like craziness that we've all once again become accustomed to. We had one Flaunderies player in top cut as well, and then what I deemed was the benefiting or the cool thing about this regional was we had one Trap Eldritch squeaking into top cut, and honestly, Traplich doing things right now is actually pretty interesting. Gotta give a shout out to Skill Drain being an amazing card and giving this deck a chance to do a nice little run back here for the format. Let's dig into those deck lists, shall we? Alright, the first list we're going to be looking at here is the winner of the regional, meaning a singular copy of Evenly Matched. Talk about interesting. Able to pull this off is kind of hilarious. I see we also have double talents in here. We have token collectors down here on this side. I think the most interesting thing about this list is the inclusion of the triple afterburners in here to be able to tear down and bust through boards. I also see, of course, triple Mystic Mine, baby. You gotta love being able to grind out the opponent. Hayate is really good under Mystic Mine. We also have, well, triple Rose with triple Ray. I still don't like this, but you know what? It works out here. So, I'm not exactly sure what the game plan is with the one Evenly Matched here, but you know what? I guess if you see it, you see it. Also, double Shark Cannon's fine. No Eagle Booster in the main deck. Eagle Booster's long since been cut. We are playing one Desires in this. Well, you know, you get to your engage, you just banish the rest of your deck, you don't really care. You know, it's kind of free real estate at that point. Next up here is our Sword Soul Tenyi variant. This actually got second place out of this regional. Now, this build is playing Synthana. We have seen Synthana kind of be up in the air as of late. Once again, there's no Heavenly Dragon Cycle. Heavenly Dragon Cycle has been literally power crap out of the format. I know I've said that like the last 4 or 5 videos that we've talked about the breakdowns for this, but it's just proving that like Vessel's even better. Double talents in the main deck, absolutely fine. Only 2 Incredible Ecclesia. You know, the value on the card is just, it's not what it once was. I understand that it's still a powerful like extender, but it's only like when you're going second that you're going to get to see the value out of that. If not, it's just a normal summon starter that doesn't have, you know, Worm for anything you need it to do. So I guess outside of that, things to consider. Also, we're maximized on Valor and Imperms here. I'm glad to see the Valor Imperm has entered back into the format, which is pretty nice. So that is second place for this. Next up here is Prank Adventure here, third place. So straight off the bat here, anything interesting? We are playing the DPE package in this deck, which has become pretty much a norm at this point. A lot of these decks were exploring the option of Magician Souls at one point, but I feel like that's if you're trying to go above like 45 into like the realm of 48 plus. I say 48 because that's typically like where we've seen those really weird deck numbers come from. I also see that we have triple Crossout Designator sided, so in case we play against something that very hand trap heavy or something that would be a little bit more out of left field, like, you know, being able to cross out like a Nibiru, for example, here. But this deck feels like it's in a time capsule, and it got the chance to do relatively well because counters might not have been present for this, but I also love the one solid Roxy's in here. Poor Roxy's is just getting cut in numbers. Holy moly. Next up here is Despia. Now, this should be a nice little throwback to what a lot of people deemed was like heading towards the better build here. We have double cross on the main deck. This build is not playing DP. Okay, so what we would have had for the DP package was just pretty much scrapped out, and there was no reason to like include it. We just went with crossout designators, kind of cover more of our bases. We have triple Veiler in here. All right, we have double Imperm as well. We are playing the one copy of Comedy to dump so we can laugh at our opponent. Double Fallen of Albaz, I really, really like. And, of course, two Tragedies. Be a real tragedy if this deck didn't perform, but, you know, it looks like it did. I also like the triple DD Crow down here. That's very, very nice. And, of course, Token Collector fun. We are not playing the Necroworld Banshee stuff with the Zombie World I see in terms of side deck, so I think that's something I probably would have included if I was giving this deck a shot, but alright, nonetheless, not too bad. Alright, next up here is our Flonderwist for this event. This came in, what, 5th place here? So straight off the bat here, there's that one Dark Ruler no more that we've become so accustomed to seeing from 5th place. This duelist just does not change these ratios. We've got the one extra of the double Prosperity with the triple Duality. We still continue to see the same ratios here. The double Book of Moon as well in here. And then the thing that I'm so used to seeing from 5th place here is that inclusion of that double Barrier statue every single time. I do see down here that we have double Boral Sword in the extra deck. That's kind of saucy. I mean, hey, you don't have to get access code talkers, right? We need to just get very cheap Boral Sword dragons to OTK your opponent. Double M-Pen is fine. Yeah, I don't see anything else what I would deem left field for this deck, other than, like, you know, the one extra and just the random ratios that come very left field with this. But you know what? It's worked out. How many regional tops for 5th? Alright, this is our Trap Eldritch list. Alright, so straight off the bat, we're playing the one Black Awakening. We are not playing Pot of Prosperities. We chose to play the X-Straps for draw power. That is fine. Of course, we are maximizing on Skill Drain, because why would you not want to play the best resource that your deck actually has going for it? Alright, I see that we also have Needle Sealing. Needle Sealing has seen a lot less play as of late. It's actually pretty impressive to see that it made its way in here. Oh, we're playing one big ball on the side, too. Alright, and the Harpy's Feather Duster. And we're playing Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess in a perfect world where you open up Lord of the Heavenly Sky Prison here, and then you deploy Shadow Imprisoning Mirror here, you're just protected pretty much the whole time. Alright, we also have the Huge Revolution is over. Oh man. The amount of, like, protection that is present in this deck is astronomical, and I really like this list. Like, this is actually pretty frickin' solid. Alright, next up here is, this is our other prank adventure list. Now, this is what I talk about when you extend out the package here. Alright, this is where you start to get into the small world fun, where you can bridge the gap and search literally anything in your deck. Alright, and then, of course, double Magician Souls package here with double Illusion. I feel like this is... I know a lot of people are trying one and one of this. Alright, this is a nice little throwback, I guess, to like the inclusion of this. So, nothing too left field there. 2-2 on these. That's... I guess this is fine. I'm used to like seeing these 60 card variants as of late, just cutting down on the praying kids and just playing like 2-2-2-1 in terms of things, just filling it out with other cards, but I don't think that was available for the way that this deck looks constructed. But outside of that, yeah, ratios look pretty much on point from what we've seen for how many events at this point in time now. And then, ooh, Despia. So this is going to be our Fright Fur Despia that we've kind of become more accustomed to. I also see we are playing the Brave package in here. Alright, so we're going to set those on Nuggets. Double Lubers is fine because of the Brave sub package. Ghost Ogres, Ghost Bells. We're not playing Veilers for this build, but I do feel like they valued the Ghost Belt a lot higher, and that's not a bad thing, everybody. It does come down to like what your preference of hand trap ratios is, and I feel like Valor and Ghost Ogre, or excuse me, Valor and Ghost Belt can be very interchangeable depending on, you know, what you're thinking you're going to run into for an event like this. So this is your Arkham Games regional breakdown. What a ride, everybody. Please leave a comment down below what you guys say. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I definitely look forward to seeing what other insanity will definitely unfold from these regionals. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.